Hello and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Courtney and my channel is all about connecting with crystals, learning about their metaphysical benefits, and really just becoming aware of this unique energy that's available to all of us. So thank you for joining me. Today's video, I'm super excited to continue on with this new series here on my channel, Crystals and Zodiacs. Today, I'll be highlighting crystals for the sign Gemini. I myself am a Gemini sun, so I had a lot of fun narrowing down what crystals to choose for this sign. So without further ado, let's dive into today's video. If you are a returning subscriber, let me know by liking this video right now, or if you're excited to learn about what crystals really mesh with Gemini energy, like this video now, it really does help me out. Alrighty, so I just want to start off by saying that I am not an astrologer. I love learning about astrology. I love following the phases of the moon, learning about different planets and zodiac signs, but I am not an astrologer. I really wanted to pick crystals on this list that really energetically mesh well with the sign Gemini and also can really benefit the sign Gemini. Also, if you're watching this and your sun is not in Gemini, that's totally okay. You can go off your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other planet that Gemini is in. For the flow of this video, I'll be giving you a brief introduction to the energy of Gemini, so you can kind of get a little introduction towards the vibes and qualities and all that good stuff. And then I'll be transitioning over to 5 crystals that really resonate with Gemini. Gemini, you are a breath of fresh air. This quick-witted sign can sometimes cause whiplash to others or within themselves because of the constant back and forth they go through in their mind. The twins of the zodiac, a Gemini really does have 2 sides to them, and it's usually pretty obvious when you're in the presence of a Gemini which twin you're talking to. Known for being one of the most intellectual signs, Geminis love to problem solve and then explain to others what they learned throughout that process because they really are natural-born teachers. Geminis verbally express their emotions as they do love to talk. Sometimes they can talk a little too much, they can overshare too much, or they can gossip. Overall, having a Gemini in your life or on your team is a really big asset because they are so adaptable, possess fresh ideas, and really communicate and flow from a very creative place. It's just the natural essence of what Gemini energy brings. Being a Gemini sun, I can definitely say that Geminis tend to overthink situations. They can imagine all these different scenarios happening in their head, which can cause anxiety. They're just very much in their head. So when I was going about thinking about these crystals, I did have a little bit of an insight knowing how Geminis operate. I really do hope that these crystals can entice your creativity, enhance your analytical mind, and really bring a flow of Gemini energy into your life. The first crystal on this list for Gemini is fluorite. Fluorite assists one in thinking clearly and in making subtle but important discriminations regarding the kinds of energies and people one will allow into one's life. It speaks of the power of thought, focus, and concentration. It encourages one's thinking to become orderly and coherent. I couldn't recommend this crystal enough. I love working with fluorite. It is definitely one of those crystals I always gravitate towards when I need to get stuff done. Gemini energy really loves completing projects. They're really good at working with a team, working solely, and the only thing that can get in their way is a distraction, and that's where fluorite comes in. Fluorite has a way of really hyper focusing on the task at hand. It helps us become more organized with our thoughts, and it's just the one crystal that you want to have with you when you're doing something important. If you have a Gemini placement and you're trying to not be so spacey, you really want to get stuff done, you need to harness into what you're doing more often, I would say fluorite is going to be your best friend, especially if you're doing something new in your life, like maybe you have a new job, you're going through training, or you're studying for an exam. Having fluorite accompany you when you are doing those kind of like tasks, memorizing things, or just learning something new in general, fluorite really helps you absorb that information and remember that information. So definitely a huge recommendation for you out there. The next crystal on this list is blue lace agate. The frequency of blue lace agate opens and clears the throat chakra and assists in connecting one's communication with one's higher guidance. Blue lace agate assists one in opening up the throat chakra to assist one in expressing themselves more often due to fear of judgment. Blue lace agate also is helpful in balancing the throat chakra for those who are not able to stop talking. It also helps one speak clearly and in an intelligible manner. I think this is a wonderful crystal that syncs with Gemini's energy because it really does open up and work with our throat chakra. And depending if you're maybe a little shy or you're an oversharer, blue lace agate has a way of balancing our throat chakra so that it is communicating optimally. It also has a wonderful way of helping us articulate our words in a way that the other person on the other end truly understands what we are trying to communicate. I know I have had experiences where I've had to have a conversation with someone and I truly feel like I am speaking from my heart, and it really does like shift the conversation. Like I remember thinking, wow, this went better than expected. It just has this kind of energy of expressing yourself in a very authentic and not so harsh way. If you need to have a heart-to-heart with someone, maybe you have a situation happening and you know you need to say something to someone, this is honestly one of the best communication stones out there. I definitely recommend you to have this with you as you're preparing to talk to someone. It really can greatly assist you with expressing yourself in a very authentic, loving way. And the next crystal on this list is Smoky Quartz. Smoky Quartz can help one come back to the body and the physical world. It facilitates the grounding of spiritual information, cleanses and clears our aura and energetic systems. By grounding with Smoky Quartz, one can draw densities from the aura and energetic body and ground the energy for reprocessing by the earth. I find this to be so cool. This means it enables negative energy to become clarified in the earth so that it can become usable and healthy once again. Gemini energy definitely needs a stable grounding practice because they can be so up in the air. They really need to come back to their body. So finding a practice like meditation, yoga, breath work really benefits the sign Gemini. Geminis sometimes are prone to have more anxiety because they can overthink things so much. They're so in their head. So working with Smoky Quartz, not only does it really ground their energy, but it really helps with those negative thoughts, those intrusive thoughts that are really weighing them down. Working with this crystal in general has a beautiful way of really clearing your thoughts from negative to positive. So I definitely recommend this crystal for a Gemini out there that is kind of in their feelings and needs something to uplift them. The next crystal on our list is Chrysocolla. Chrysocolla stimulates the throat chakra for clear communication of one's inner wisdom. It can even be an aid to learning what that wisdom actually is. The process of formulating and speaking one's ideas, especially when it is done spontaneously, can reveal one's true innate wisdom. It emanates gentleness and power, teaching that genuine power best expresses itself through gentleness. Chrysocolla is the teaching stone. This teaching may come in the form of us talking with a friend. Maybe they need some advice and we give them, our own insights on the situation. Teaching can also be through, teacher-student conversations, acting as a teacher, being in that role. Chrysocolla's teaching energy really is a true form of expressing ourselves authentically and also coming from a loving place. This is actually a newer crystal I picked up after doing some research and seeing how Chrysocolla really brings this new beginning, really helps us listen, helps us teach, and listen to the inner wisdom inside of us. I felt like it just meshed so well with Gemini's energy. I myself, when I think about working with this stone, I definitely feel like the work I do on my channel, I'm really connecting with all of you out there, and I'm talking about something I really love, expressing my experiences with crystals. I just felt like it really synced up really well for Gemini energy. So if you're looking to tap into your own inner wisdom, to share with others in an educational way, in a communicative way, Chrysocolla is really the crystal for this. And the last crystal on this Gemini list is Dalmatian Jasper. Dalmatian Jasper is a stone of protection and has a youthful energy to it. It can greatly assist one in finding joy in the present moment, connecting us to our inner child, and bringing a playfulness into our life. The spotted black dots on Dalmatian Jasper are black tourmaline, which adds the energy of spiritual grounding and psychic protection to this stone. So I recently discovered that Dalmatian Jasper isn't geologically classified as a jasper because it doesn't have enough jasper in its makeup. Dalmatian Jasper is mostly made up of feldspar, quartz, alkaline, amphibole, and I believe traces of hematite and epidot, I think. The reason why I chose Dalmatian Jasper in this list is that Gemini energy, it's so kind of like all over the place. There's so many different layers to a Gemini as they take on many personalities sometimes. And I feel like most of the time Geminis can be kind of serious with their pursuits. I feel like they don't always go towards that side of themselves that is like this playful, silly, childlike energy. I think that sometimes Geminis forget to connect with their inner child. I think that they can take on a serious role and try to be very efficient with their projects in life. So I really felt like for a Gemini that's looking to really reminisce about who they are, remembering their inner child, and to have this playfulness, this silliness in their day-to-day life, working with Dalmatian Jasper will really assist them in that journey. I also really recommend getting the worry stone shape in Dalmatian Jasper. I feel like if we're in a situation where maybe we're a little stressed out, or we feel like there's a lot of tension or seriousness in the air, gravitating towards a worry stone of Dalmatian Jasper, pressing your thumb on it, kind of like alleviating the anxiety. It's a reminder to find the playfulness in this situation. It can really be a good stress reliever for anyone that also resonates with this in their life. Alrighty guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope that these crystals can act as like a crystal energy pack for you if you have a Gemini in your birth chart, so you can really harness this energy so that you can share your unique gifts, talents, qualities with the world and the ones around you. Let me know in the comments if you have a Gemini in your big three or where it is in your birth chart. I'd love to know. Or if you'd like to share what your favorite crystal was in this list, I'd love to hear about that too. If you liked today's video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here, I would love it if you subscribed. Come on and check out some of my other videos. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in my next one.